Last week I had a go at Edwin Poots, the Speaker of the Assembly, whose arrogance in criticising MLA's dress sense became hypocrisy when he then began to lecture them about proper procedure in public office. This from a man whose own son is barred from holding any public office after having been found in breaches of numerous rules around how to behave as a councillor when he was on Lisburn Council. Maybe Edwin should have had a wee talk with his son before he starts lecturing anybody else. But not to be outdone, this week Sinn Féin took the Speaker's baton in the shape of primary Deputy Speaker Carál Ní Chuilín, who decided to bar any criticism of her party's handling of the Michael McMonagall debacle, even though the topic under discussion at that time was enhancing accountability and trust in government. TUV MLA Timothy Gaston, who I admit, he's hard to listen to. The child's hard to listen to, right? He makes English sound like a second language. But leaving that aside, Timothy had a point to make.
Scheme which we're talking about, Mr McMonagall was employed by the First Minister from March 2020 to May 2020, as it is detailed, in paragraph 18 of this report, is for expenditure associated with members, not political parties, not press offices. So when at the committee, the First Minister wouldn't say how many days a week. I think it's very pertinent that we talk about this today. And sadly, on that day, the chair of the committee, true to form, was anxious to make sure that she avoided that question.
Mr. Gosson, this isn't about the TO committee.
This is about, but we're talking about
Excuse me, can you take your seat, please? Mr. Gosson, I want to remind you, this is about the Assembly Commission's budget. It's not about the TO committee. It's not about the chair of the committee or anyone else. And if you have any questions regarding those issues, please do so through the normal channels. I'm asking you to resume and to address the substance of the debate, and if not, I'll move on to the next speaker. Thank you.
Principal Deputy Speaker, it seems to be any time I try to raise issues related to this, I always seem to be shut down, whether it's committee or now we have it in the chamber before us here today. We are talking about the FAP scheme, which is financial assistance for political parties, and it's talking about members and what they can spend their money on.
And was stopped on two separate occasions by Speaker Ní Chuilín after he attempted to raise what he saw as irregularities in the way Sinn Féin access public funding to pay their press officers. To block this would appear to be a clear example of party political censorship and a blatant attempt to stymie criticism of Sinn Féin. The Speaker, however, argued Mr Gaston's points were not, and I quote, relevant to the motion brought by the SDLP. Now, having been ordered by the Speaker to take a seat on two occasions, and exasperated, Mr Gaston objected, saying, Deputy Speaker, this is all about trust and accountability. And I'm giving instances of where trust and accountability has been trashed in this place. It's been trashed inside the chamber. It has even been trashed in the TEO committee, which you're a member of. And I think this opportunity should be allowed to progress my concerns. He was told to shut up. Right? Okay, so let's be clear. If the points raised question any of the other political parties in the Assembly, they're judged to be fair. However, if they relate to Sinn Féin, then according to Deputy Speaker Ní Chuilín, they are unfair. You know, it's like we've turned the clock back in the Assembly to the bad old days when right or wrong was decided by whoever held the most seats.